The Outsider's Perspective with the Maestro and Coriel.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The Outsider's Perspective on HLX Radio. I am the Maestro, creator of all things HLX, and with me, as usual, the legendary Coriel. How you feeling today, sir? How's everything?
Cold.
You're cold? It's hot outside.
Because you got it freezing in here.
I haven't touched the air in forever.
It's 30 degrees in here.
It's been on what it's been on.
I got a hoodie and my cover on.
Well, that's just for the branding. That's not because...
Well, nah. I'm cold. But I'm good.
But first, just for some administrative stuff out the way. If you're watching on Facebook now, thank you for your support. Please like, share, comment as we go along. If you're watching on the playback on YouTube, please like, share, subscribe. You can hear the playbacks of the shows on Spotify.
Turn up.
You can now also hear the playbacks of the shows on Apple Podcasts.
Get into it.
They finally accepted the request, so we active out here. You know what it is.
Get involved.
You know what I'm saying? So, now that that's out the way, so you said the weekend was good? Everything?
Yeah.
Week was good? Everything all right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's been a lot of music, a lot of activity going on. We're going to get into it. First up, Chris Brown and Drake. They finally got over their beef or whatever, did their song together, No Guidance.
Mm-hmm.
And the video has dropped.
Yes.
Epic dance battle sequence takes place.
All right.
Have you seen the video?
Mm-hmm.
Thoughts? How you feeling about No Guidance?
I don't care.
You don't care? You have nothing? You got nothing
I felt
from it?
nothing. When I heard the song, I didn't feel anything about it. And then I saw the video.
You didn't feel nothing about the song either? You didn't like the song?
I don't care for the song. It sounds like anything else I've heard. What's the difference between this and any other song? Oh, it's Drake and Chris Brown.
I mean, I like the song.
It's all right. Like I don't know. I think it's hype because of who it is.
I will definitely. That was.
I hate that
because of them squashing the beef or whatever it was.
I hate that. I do.
So you was just over it from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Drake kept coming because I think the same day that the video dropped, a song with him and Rick Ross dropped as well. The Gold Roses.
Okay.
Did you hear that song?
Yes.
I think that's a single from Rick Ross's album, was apparently coming soon. How did you feel about the song with Drake and Ross, which is another duo where whenever Ross and Drake get together, it's always like this is gonna be an epic moment that people be excited about. So how do you feel about that?
How do you think I felt? Yes. How do you think I felt about that?
Probably wasn't bothered at all, or didn't.
I don't give a shit. Like it's look. I know we had this conversation before. I don't like rap, right?
Well, damn.
I don't like R&B in the sense of mainstream R&B, Chris Brown-esque type of music. Because if you've heard one, you've heard them all, and
Fair.
It gets on my nerves. So I've heard this Rick Ross song so many times. It's ridiculous. I don't care. I really don't care. Now it's blatant to me that it's all about the name. It's all about who is on the track as opposed to what the track is. I'm sick of it. So I remember I heard it and I was bored. Bored. It's boring. Everything's so damn sleepy and cold. I'm tired of it.
Oh yeah, that's it. Every time Drake and 40 touch a record, they're gonna put you in that slow motion underwater effect.
I've had enough. So to answer your question, no, I did not care. It's not even like it's bad. I'm not even sure if Drake can. Well, I was about to say I don't know if Drake can make a bad song. That's not true.
Damn,
but
that's definitely not true.
Nothing I've heard has been bad. It's just I don't care. Nothing makes me want to go back and look at it twice. But period.
So, and I forgot who it was I saw talking about this, about people releasing like singles and stuff as far as when their album's about to come out, or like building up hype and anticipation and all that other stuff. So would you say that that's even still necessary at this point? Like, should you be releasing singles to build anticipation, or at this point just drop the album and people feel how they feel about it?
If you are Beyonce, drop the album.
Okay.
If you're Drake, drop the album.
What about somebody like Ross?
If you're Ross,
can he just drop, or does he need these Drake singles to lead before the album come out?
If you're Ross, drop a single, but just know that's just I guess to announce that an album's coming.
So just one.
Okay, yeah, one or two, but it's more so promotion for the album, right?
Right.
If you're Coriel, just keep dropping singles until
So just singles.
until it gets to a point people start asking, "Where's the album?" Yeah, because no one's asking, "Where's your album?" No one cares.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Let's see.
See, niggas not biased out here, nigga. Nigga know what the real is. I'm about honesty, and I know don't nobody care about it. I can make the greatest album of all time, with no one can.
They would care.
I mean, okay.
If you made the greatest album of all time, it would get around.
I think it would get around after I died.
Well, that's how it always goes.
Yeah, after
somebody dies, go, oh, he used to make music. Let me look at everything he did. And it's like, oh my God, it's amazing. Then there'll be news reports like, Coriel streams go up 1,000% after Postmortem.
See?
It's like, well, obviously now everybody listening. But that's how it goes for everybody.
Yep.
Everybody. All right, so we're going to stay on Drake for one more. One more.
God.
He was the first 3 topics is Drake, I know. But
that's the thing about living with a Drake fan. Like when Drake drops, like, yo, have you heard Drake's joint? Have you heard Drake's?
I don't
yes,
care.
nigga. Did I say anything about it? That should tell you something. But nah, he loves Drake.
I do.
Yeah.
Drake is that nigga. So, hey, it is what it is. But this is on the business side. So anybody that's making business moves in the bag, I'm following and paying attention. Because we all know Drake had the OVO sound radio on Apple Radio, or what is it, Beats One or whatever they call it now. He just redid, or I guess that deal is over, so he got a chance to do another one. So now he just signed a deal with Pandora and Sirius XM to have an exclusive channel of OVO radio on there instead of with Apple. So rumors is that this bag is way bigger than the original Apple one that he got to do OVO sound originally. Pandora and Sirius XM.
Oh, okay.
Which I think one, I can't remember which one, but one bought the other one. So they're the same thing now.
They probably bought Pandora.
Yeah, I think Sirius XM bought Pandora, so now it's the same company technically. So it's the deal with them both, and this is like their first major deal with the artist that they've done to set up this radio station type situation with Drake.
Congratulations, Drake.
So a bag is on the way.
Yeah,
a bag is on the way.
The rich keep getting richer. That's for sure.
That's how it goes. So other music, we're gonna keep getting to the music, even though you may not care.
I hate talking about music.
We gotta give the people some music.
Oh man.
H.E.R, which you are a H.E.R fan, correct?
I am a H.E.R. Yes.
So new H.E.R music should, in return, excite you.
Okay.
H.E.R released a track called 21. Have you heard it?
Yes.
Did that give you anything as being a H.E.R fan, or it was just another something?
Sound like a Lauryn Hill song.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
That was the first thing that came to mind. Sound like a Lauryn Hill song. I see a shift where H.E.R is becoming a lot more socially conscious and just a lot more introspective, a lot more into who she is as a person, as opposed to like vague love songs. You know what I mean? So I can appreciate her kind of letting us in. But was I bored? Yes.
You were bored?
Yes.
Okay. So when did you, is this your first time noticing the shift, or how long have you seen this? How long has this been happening? I
felt the shift after the second EP that she put out. It was a little bit more acoustic. And then I also, what was the one with the other Lauryn Hill song? It was the first EP where she was like rapping on the one song we didn't like.
Oh yeah, I don't that one.
I was like, okay, this is different. So it's a lot more of this. And then the one that she had with YBN Cordae guy.
YBN Cordae, yeah.
She was full-fledged, like poetic, African. I don't know what the hell, like, Black Panther, put your fist up type shit. So
yeah, because then I can't remember what show or event it was, but then they do like a performance together.
Yeah,
and she was like all blacked out with the beret and with the,
she was playing the upright bass.
Yeah, playing the bass.
Yeah.
So she was very like, you could tell the imagery was going to that. Like that's what she was trying to get.
Yeah, it's a shift. It's a shift, and I can appreciate it. But you know me, when I said before, I want to see you dance. I want to see you do something. You know.
Yeah,
She refuses.
Give me a show.
Yeah, she refuses. She refuses. So maybe that's just not her right now. Which is
maybe
fine,
she can't. Can she dance?
She probably can.
Maybe she can't.
She probably
not
can. I'm not saying she got to be Janet, but I'm just just give me a move. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to dance. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be able to dance to some. I like music I can dance to. I can't dance to a lot of her stuff. I can kind of.
You can feel it. 2-step vibe.
Yeah, but like I need a couple 8 counts. I need at least
a couple 8 counts.
2. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but all in all, she is not one. She's not a least favorite.
It's not a least favorite.
Yeah, like I'm not going out of my way to listen to her. Like I heard the song, and that was it. I was like, okay, cool, all right. Looking forward to that album. That's it.
Does she have one coming out? Has she talked about another one?
With all these damn EPs, and the only album she got is 3 EPs put together.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just waiting on that album.
Okay. Well, wait. As we talked about earlier, where's the album? So.
Just want me.
We'll be back.
Just want me.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The Outsider's Perspective with the Maestro and Corey L. And that was Riding Through the City by VA's very own Vice Versa.
Yes.
So we ended on talking about her and her transition, and we mentioned that performance she did with YBN Cordae.
Mm-hmm.
So to stay on that, YBN Cordae was part of the 2019 XXL freshman class. So he was in one of those freestyle sessions. They did 3, I believe. I think that's everybody so far. They had the first one had Meg Thee Stallion, The Baby, Lil Mosey, and YK Osiris.
Right.
2 of those people I had never heard of before watching that freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
YK Osiris is like a R&B singer type situation. From that one, Meg did good. And The Baby did good, but he went on like a tangent. He did like 72 bars. It was sound like he's still going. I was like,
Wow.
So it made everybody else kind of look like that's all y'all did. Because Meg, I think she did the 16 and was out. Like she wasn't playing. She did a quick joint. But The Baby, he was gone.
Wow.
Second one was YB and Cordae was in that one. Rico Nasty and Blueface. Now all the ones that I watched all 3 of them. That one was the best one, and it was the most cohesive, and they all like kind of played off each other. And also that made me pay more attention to YB and Cordae. He's really good.
Okay.
Like he can rap. Like he's not one. He gets kind of grouped in with all the new niggas that just be saying random shit.
Mm-hmm.
He can rap, like rap.
Okay.
And his album actually just came out.
Okay.
Is it The Lost Boys or something like that? I haven't heard it, but from people that I've seen talk about it, they say it's probably one of their favorite albums that came out in all the music this week.
All right.
So I gotta go back and listen to that. I'm gonna listen to it, but it seems like he's all right out here. Mm-hmm. And so he did real good on that. Rico Nasty did good. Blueface was Blueface. He actually did better than I thought he would. He kind of fit in what was going on, because normally he just be talking and be going all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
And then the last one was Roddy Ricch, H.E.R. Whack, and Comethazine. That sounds like a drug, but all right.
All right.
The only person I knew from this was H.E.R. Whack, and she rapped a cappella that they cut the beat off of her and let her go, and she was just kind of going, and it felt weird to me, but I mean, to each his own. But I think that second one with Rico Nasty and YBN Cordae and Blueface was the best one out of all of those.
Okay.
Did you watch any of them?
I am a grown ass man. So I no.
All right.
That's that on that.
That is that on that. So I did watch them. I think if they're worth a listen if you do. But out of all of those, YBN Cordae is who you should be paying attention to. And even more music. There's a lot of music came out. Big Sean dropped 2 singles.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in I don't know. He's been in reclusion and isolation. You haven't heard much from him in a while. He said he was taking a break for his mental health. He came back with one more single-y like song for like an album almost called Single Again with what's her name? Janae Aiko on the track. And then he had one just like freestyle rapping called Overtime. Did you hear either one of these?
Snippets, yes.
Snippets. So this is somebody who we could talk about again who he ain't been putting out music. We haven't heard from him in a while. Good music, who he with Kanye and them. They released all these albums, the 7-track series. Big Sean ain't say nothing, ain't pop up. He was quiet doing all this time. Remember that? Yeah, Big Sean was the only one of that 7-track series.
You know how much that shows I don't care? Because I didn't even think about Big Sean. Wait a minute.
Big Sean was absent that entire time. Big Sean was gone. So you got to think about that. Like, this is somebody, like I said, kind of close to Ross. It was like they've been quiet. And this is somebody who's been quiet when their whole team been active. Yeah. Everybody. We got a Sci-Hi the Prince album.
Yeah.
And we didn't get a Big Sean album. So this is him basically saying like, hi, niggas, I still rap. Yeah. So do y'all care? So
I mean, well, no. I can't speak for everybody else. This is my show. I don't care. Like, do you realize, and not that this matters, but do you realize that, what's that, Marvin Gaye Chardonnay song?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you know that came out almost 10 years ago?
Really?
Yes.
10 years?
That came out in 2010.
Wow.
Big Sean been here a while.
Big Sean been out here a long time.
The other song that Go and Get Your Song, Go and Get Your Song. They used to play on MTV Jams. That was 2007. I was in middle school.
Yeah, he been out here like as long as like the Drakes and the.
This nigga's been here almost 15 years.
Yeah.
I think that should tell you something. We're 15 years in, and it's still like oh yeah, how you been? Drake been here 10 now, right?
At least.
When Drake dropped, you worried me to death. But when Big Sean, it's like Big Sean been here 15 years. So I feel like, not to be disrespectful, not to say hang it up or nothing like that, but it just shows like where he is right now. Like, I'm not sure if that contributes to his mental health. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with him, personally. But what I feel is how a lot of rappers, especially in that era, felt that they were going to bring certain things back and that they rapped and they were one of the rappity
bring
rappers.
Bring back the realness.
Yeah. And the fact that, I don't know, it was never enough. And the thing is, Big Sean got hits.
Yes, he does.
He got hits.
And he got albums. Like,
he does have albums.
He has a catalog.
He don't have classics.
Nah, I
it's been 15 years. He ain't got one. Like, he got one.
I would say though, maybe, I don't know, maybe some of that is self-inflicted though, because like he takes long periods of time where it's just like you don't hear from him, and I think that's intentional on his part. Where he's just, well, maybe not intentional as far as like not wanting to put music out, but he feels like it's better for him to take a break and separate himself.
That just goes to show
whatever he's doing,
what kind of artist he thinks he is, as opposed to what artist he is. Even Drake don't do that. Drake always working. But then
absolutely.
J. Cole takes that approach. J. Cole disappears and then reappears with new hair and shit. But
new hair.
For whatever reason, his fan base, they wait for him.
Yeah, they do.
Big Sean ain't got that kind of fan base. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this has anything to do with the fact that he's been under Kanye for so long. I'm not entirely sure, but Big Sean still feels like Kanye's his protege, his, you know what I mean? Like the guy that he brought up. Even I know Jay introduced J. Cole to us, but we didn't see Jay-Z among J. Cole. Like you know what I mean?
We knew he was signed, like he was with Roc Nation,
but Jay kind of allowed him to
just be
himself.
He does that with everybody on Rock Nation, really.
Kanye didn't do that with. Now, mind you, a lot of people that's on his label have been here already. Like Rick Ross was with somebody already. Pusha T was Pusha T before he got
before
on.
he touched Kanye.
You know, Nas. I mean, come on, it's freaking Nas. You know, Common, like those kinds of people. I think Big Sean was one of the few ones that actually, and like Saha, one of the ones that Kanye brought with,
like introduced
us to. But we were so caught up on, oh, that's Kanye's artist, as opposed to, like, we don't say that's Jay-Z's artist no more when we talk about J. Cole.
Say J. Cole.
I think Big Sean, that kind of affected him being under Kanye's crazy ass.
That's a fair thought.
Yeah. That's something I never even thought about until just now.
That's a fair thought. Because I expected that when they did that whole, like, 7-track, 7 album release thing, in my mind I was like, okay, Big Sean is there, so he would be one of the people. Then all the albums came, and it was it.
And
it was
I didn't even know this.
Okay. I guess he's not coming out.
Mm.
So, I mean, I don't know. So, would this be a case where he should be putting singles out? Because I assume an album is coming now that he put these 2 songs out. Should Big Sean have given us these 2 songs, or should he just put an album out and let it be what it be?
Big Sean gonna have to rebrand.
Really? Rebrand?
He gonna have to figure something out. Cause I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he can. Well, then Kanye did. I was like, maybe he can get more into the whole mental health aspect of everything. Cause I was about to say not a lot of people talk about it, but they are.
But it's like now that's common.
So he's not. See what I'm saying? Like he don't come in at the right. Even when like something as serious as like mental health, it's still something that's hot right now. It's something that everybody's kind of talking about because we're trying to bring that conversation up. Big Sean always show up after the fact. You know what I'm saying? Like none of his albums sound like Big Sean albums. They sound like someone else. And like his
catching the tail end of the wave that everybody.
That's his other issue. Yeah, like I never cared. I never cared enough to really figure out why he is in the position that he's in. But I think that all plays into it. Even when it comes to this whole mental health thing, it's a serious thing we need to talk about. But why didn't you talk about this before? Why did you have to wait for somebody else to do it first?
Well, he's been gone for a while.
He ain't been gone that long because the I don't fuck with you. That was 2-3 years ago, maybe.
How long this mental health thing been going on?
His last album was, I don't even remember. I think it was like 2017, 2018. So it's like he ain't been gone that long because he was still pushing singles after that album dropped. So that's So what are we doing? I'm
looking up when his last album was.
Oh, okay. Well, stand by, everyone, while we figure this out.
Oh, he did that album that like with Metro Boomin.
Yeah,
it's 2017.
Okay, and that was his last one.
That was the one he did with Metro Boomin.
Okay, that must have been the tail end of 2017.
It was like November, December.
Yeah, so because I remember they was still kind of pushing that stuff last year.
Yeah, it was December.
So he ain't been going that long.
That's true. That is true.
Something just ain't clicking with him, and I think what I stated earlier is it has a lot to do with it, but I don't know. Big Sean just ain't one of the ones, and he's been here longer than most of these people. He's been here longer than J. Cole has. He's been here longer than Drake, but something just ain't clicking. This is somebody that don't like J. Cole. This is somebody that don't see what the big deal is about J. Cole. But I can't deny his fan base.
But to say, he has a following that's just kind of gonna be there.
So, yep.
Interesting Big Sean talk that I didn't.
Was that whole section about Big Sean?
Yeah, I didn't realize we were gonna get that deep into that. But okay,
man.
So next, even more music came. All right, so we talked about this. I think on the last show before it came because Chance the Rapper.
When we gonna talk about Beyonce? That's what I'm saying. Like, this is gonna be long because we even get to Beyonce yet. But okay,
Beyonce's next. Hold on,
we gotta go to a break after Trance.
Yeah, Beyonce's next.
We talked about music this whole time, and I've been bored this whole time. But okay, go ahead.
So yeah, we talked about it last show that how he was saying like this is his first album. Everything else, which is mixtapes, are like little throwaways. This is the first official outing of Chance the Rapper, which is called, was it The Good Day? I think it was.
The Big Day.
The Big Day.
Mm-hmm.
So it just came out. Did you listen to the whole thing?
Most of it.
Most of it?
Yeah.
How do you feel about Chance's debut album?
For one, I don't see a difference. The only difference I see is that like a lot of his earlier stuff was like about drugs.
Because he was on drugs.
Yeah, and so now
He was very high.
Yeah, so he's not doing that. He's on positive. He's more positive. He has a family now. He's more religious and spiritual and all that kind of thing. So it's a different Chance. It's a growing.
He's grown up.
Yeah, a growing Chance. But I would imagine it would throw a lot of his supporters off.
Why you say that?
Because a lot of people who are big Chance fans are acid rap fans. They're what's the 10 joint? Something 10. The one that came out before acid rap.
I will check that. Keep going.
But anyway, I don't know how his fans would feel about this. I have no idea. He's always been influenced by soul, gospel, because that's his background. But something about this is just a little different. It's a bit different. And even though he's growing in terms of what he's talking about, it's still very childish, if that makes sense. I still feel like I'm listening to a young person as opposed to a 26, 27-year-old man.
Really?
Yeah, that's my personal thing. So it's almost like I'm still listening to a teenager, but I know he's not. He's
definitely
talking
an
about
adult.
Yeah, and he's talking about things that normal people talk about when they start having children. But that's the other thing too. If it killed R&B, I can only imagine what would happen if rappers started talking about their family. Like at least Jay-Z, like he cheated on Beyonce, so he was kind of interested in that. But it seemed like everything's going well for Chance, and we don't like that.
Yeah,
like we don't want to hear about
the positive Mary J. Blige
how
album.
great your rich, wealthy life is. While I'm over here struggling. Yeah,
so we can connect to the depression. So we want to hear that.
So mind you, I've never been a Chance fan, but I feel like now that he's got a rap album of the year Grammy under his belt and he's completely revolutionary. He part of the problem. He part of the reason why we're in this whole streaming era. It's because of him. He did this. He
started
had
the streaming wars.
He had the first album to chart solely off of streams. To chart top 10. His was the first one. So it started with him, and it's just been like this ever since.
Was he the first one to have an exclusive deal
Apple?
He kind of had with Apple? Did he start that?
I don't know if he was the first. I don't know about that.
Okay.
But I know that, he could have, but I know for a fact he was the first one to chart solely off of streams. Like, he didn't sell it. And
he was the one to, push it so that it could, a streaming only album could be nominated for a Grammy. Because before he did that whole push, that wasn't possible. You had to have, a physical album.
Right.
So he campaigned and pushed for streaming albums to be counted to the Grammys, and then won the Grammy after that.
Right. So with all that being said, I would imagine there's a whole new demographic looking at him, because he essentially almost single-handedly revolutionized the music industry. Whether we didn't realize it, but when we look back on it, he was the one who actually made it work and did it first, like the real way. So I see why he would go in a certain direction that he's going in, but like I said, in terms of his his fan base, the drug addicts, the depressed people that are trying to figure out what to do with their lives, I'm not sure. And there's a whole nother side, because maybe you shouldn't be talking about it, because when do you get out of that? When do you grow up? When do you start to
stop doing drugs?
Yeah,
you have a family. This is probably the time you should stop doing acid and cocaine.
I equate it to when Mary J. Blige did Just Fine. People fuck with Just Fine, but it's but it ain't no more drama. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the same. So I don't know. So I say that all to say about his album though. listened to it because I had to. I wasn't driving, so the person who was driving was playing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I had to yeah. I mean, I know I say this sound like I was listening to a teenager and all that kind of thing, but outside of that, it was all right. It was all right. Nothing. I don't even know why you keep asking me because you know what I'm gonna feel. So,
Because we do a show and we have to have something to talk about.
I know. We gotta take a break. We've been talking too long. Thanks, Big Sean.
Yeah, that was interesting. We'll be back. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. It is the maestro, creator of all things HLX, and the legendary Corey L back again. All right, so got a couple things I'm gonna just run through real fast, and then we'll get to Beyonce, and then let you have
more things before
I'm just
Beyonce?
gonna mention it. Just to mention it.
Okay.
Meek Mill had his charges dropped. So that case from 2008 that he was fighting and trying to get a new judge and all that. All that is done.
Okay.
Charges are gone.
Okay.
So good job. Congrats to Meek. Also, his Dream Chasers label is now under Rock Nation.
Okay.
So he signed a deal with Jay-Z to be with that.
Okay.
So I just want to get that out. Now, Beyonce.
Okay.
Beyonce's album, The Lion King, The Gift.
The Gift, yes.
Album came out, and of course, in coordination with the Lion King movie that she is in. She said she wanted this to be like a love letter to Africa, is what she described it as. 27 tracks, but every other track is an interlude, like snippet from the movie kind of thing. There's a whole bunch of features from a bunch of different artists, some African artists, some US artists. I just listened to it today, maybe a couple hours ago. You listened to the whole thing?
Yes.
Yes. Thoughts and feelings on The Gift.
I like The Gift.
You like The Gift?
Yes.
Give me more.
I like The Gift because this is what I like like not even soundtracks, but just like albums inspired by movie albums.
Yeah.
To sound like. I like it. And I took away a song I love that I play constantly.
All right. Then what is that? Talk to us about that.
Find Your Way Back is my shit.
All right.
I love that song. That is a great song.
What is it about that song?
It's just a good song. I like the melody. I like the lyrics. I like the music. I can dance to it, right?
Look at that.
Everything's there. Basically, what I've been missing all this time, Beyonce gave me because it's all dance. It's all upbeat, but it's not EDM.
Yeah,
it's
Africa.
Africa.
It's like Afro beats.
It's like
it's a pulse to it.
Yeah, and in terms of the whole Lion King, it just makes sense. So it came it came at a good time. So it was and it shows Beyonce's taste. Because a lot of these songs she's not even on, but it fits. It does what it needs to do.
You can tell she was curating a specific, like she was going for something specific.
Yeah, and
that she was doing whatever she needed to do. So she didn't have to be on every song as long as it got the point across.
Right,
she was fine.
So I enjoyed it, and I could play it all the way through.
Yeah.
So this was a breath of fresh air from Beyonce Knowles Carter.
Yeah, it was good. I listened to it too, and it kind of just flew by. Like listening to it was like it took no time, and it was just like, oh, it's over already. Yeah. Like almost disappointingly, like that was it. Like
it made you want to play it again.
Yeah,
right?
So I just started from the top. Like it was really good. Definitely, like you said, breath of fresh air. I think that song you talking about, I wasn't like paying attention to what song it was playing. I was just listening. But I think that song, that was one for me too.
Yeah,
there's a couple joints on there. It's like at least 3 that I was like, these is it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I like it. But I was actually, I don't know if that's the thing, but listening to or seeing what other people were saying about it before I listened to it had me a little nervous.
What did people say?
Because the Beyonce hate on the internet is weird. Like, of course she has the hive and like everyone loves her. Mm-hmm. But then there's this other segment that's just like doesn't think she should touch anything and just leave everything alone. Mm-hmm. So I saw a lot of people kind of like that situation we talked about last time where it was like a lot of people like defending it against the negativity. Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't see the direct people posting bad stuff, but I saw people that liked it responding to negativity like, all y'all do is hate on Beyonce, blah blah blah, blah. And I was like, well, what does it sound like? What's
That sounds
going
like
on?
her fan base.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
it.
weird.
Mm.
But when I listened to it, pleasantly surprised. I definitely enjoyed it. I will listen to it again because I only got to listen to it one time, and then we had to set up all this shit for the show. But yeah,
It's
Beyonce
good.
got one. It's a good album.
And I think
And
it's
gotta see the
amazing.
movie.
I think it's amazing how Beyonce makes every anything she's involved in is immediately about her. It's the craziest thing. And in fact, like she don't do a whole bunch of talking about nothing. You know, of course, she ain't really on social, but she got Instagram probably.
She has
But it's
Instagram.
like she don't post a lot. You know, she don't do no interviews. Like I've seen everybody else do interviews talking about the movie and all,
Then she
all that
did
kind of
one.
thing. But I ain't seen any. And the fact that she just did one, cool.
she did
But
one.
the fact is, like, they bring her up everywhere. Like if Beyonce has any, now mind you, I don't want to see the movie because I feel like it's just gonna taint what I know the movie to be. So you know
That's
how I feel
fair.
about remakes and like
Yeah,
I don't
that's
see why
fair.
they're needed. But you know, whatever. I know there's a whole generation of people who haven't seen it or experienced it.
Yeah.
But Thriller won't out when I was born, but I don't need another Thriller. I just listen to Thriller. So it's like it's the same thing. Like,
it's true.
if you want to watch Lion King, nigga, go get Lion King. But I digress. I enjoy the album. It's a really good album, but the way it's put together is great. The way it was curated.
Yes, she
It's
definitely
great.
curated. Like what she said, her mission was, she succeeded. Like she went. You could tell she went in with a clear goal. Like I want this to sound like this.
Yes.
And she did everything in her power. She got every feature she needed to. She went to Africa and got artists from Kenya and all other countries. Like I
Yes.
need this to sound genuine from the motherland. Like
Yes.
this needs to sound like. I mean, it makes sense. Like with the movie Lion King. Like this needs to sound like what you would imagine it to be.
Mm-hmm.
And she did it. She pulled it off.
Great job. Great
So,
job.
Nothing but positive things for
Yes.
me to say.
Thank you, Beyonce. Thank you.
Thank you.
It's been so dry out here. Thank you so much.
So is that's who we're leaning on right now, Beyonce.
Beyonce. Yep.
Beyonce.
Beyonce's the only one we got left.
It's one of the few. It's not it's not many others out there.
Nope.
And I'm glad I got to experience it.
Yep.
I saw something randomly on Instagram before this. So it's the last thing and then we'll let you go on.
I don't
through your
remember
breakdown.
what the thing was.
We'll
That was 2 weeks ago. I don't remember.
Apparently MTV is thinking about changing the name of their award because they have the Michael Jackson Vanguard Music Award for like the person who was doing the most amazing videos. As of now, there are talks of taking Michael's name off the award.
Okay.
Thoughts?
That's my first time hearing this. Does this have anything to do with the documentary?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Mike, you should have stayed away from the kids the second time. When you got off the first time, should have left them kids alone. We told you. You have no reason. But hey, so I'm not saying he did it. I'm not saying, but I understand both sides.
Yeah.
I understand both sides. So if they want to take Mike down, are they saying are they gonna replace him with anyone or?
I haven't seen that. As of right now, they're still kind of up in the air whether they're going to even remove him or not. Like it's not official that he's being removed, so I don't think they've gone that far. But like people at MTV are behind closed doors talking about if they should change the name. Because the awards are coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Like they released nominations recently, I believe. So I think since they're in planning mode again, they're starting to talk about it.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one because I'm a Michael Jackson fan. I love his music. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't make music how I make it, like a lot of us.
Yeah, very true.
But I'm also a grown ass man, and I would never do the things that he did. Now, all this Peter Pan syndrome, and he never had a childhood, and all that. I suppose I understand that, but how old was Justin Bieber when he became Justin Bieber? He was like 11, 12 when he got with Usher.
But
And
Baby,
they started-
when Baby came out,
Yeah,
I don't know. Let me see.
I hate that I ask questions that we got to search live for.
I mean,
because Mike was performing from the age of 5 till when he passed, and he became Michael Jackson at like 11.
15. When Baby came out, Justin Bieber was 15.
When was he signed to Usher? When did he get with Usher?
Hold tight.
That's a distraction.
13.
13. So we're talking about. So he, what I would imagine that Justin Bieber had been grinding on YouTube a couple years before then.
Yeah, he had YouTube videos and was playing the guitar and stuff at like 11 and 12.
Okay.
So we had about two-ish years of doing that, and then Usher had the Star Search joint when he was 13, and then.
But Justin Bieber became Justin Bieber at 14, 15.
Yes.
And Michael Jackson became Michael Jackson
At like 5.
at 11. No, he was gigging at 5 in strip clubs and shit.
Yeah.
But he became Michael Jackson at 11.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, he was so huge that he couldn't have a life, apparently, because his father was just so crazy. And that is why he never had a chance to grow up. So he had to invite children over his house.
So he was trying to, like, I guess, live his childhood. So
Do we ever just go out of our way to sleep in the same bed with our friends?
no.
No, I don't.
I think
don't
people
remember
have. I know kids. It wasn't.
Only time I would sleep in the
Because
bed
kids
with
have
like
sleepovers
with
and
my
stuff,
cousins is if I had to. Like if they like everybody else is on the floor. This is my room. But okay, all right, nigga, come up here. I sleep on this end. You put your head at the foot. Like that's kind of
Yeah.
I was 11 years old doing things like that.
People have sleepovers, but like not on the same.
I'm
day.
not saying he did. I'm just like, for what, Mike? Like for what? Like you can have a theme park because I mean I love roller coasters too. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
epic.
if I had the money, I would definitely use it to bring children and people that are sick and in need. I get it. I understand. But why you got to be in my room? I don't understand. That just doesn't make sense. And then when you have a kid, whether he came out saying he lied or not, if you got multiple children saying that you did inappropriate things to them, it's like, Mike,
You gotta stop.
you gotta stop.
Gotta cut it off.
Shut it down. Shut it down. My father used to say all the time, never land in Neverland. Because it's like there's no reason. There's no reason. I would have shut it down and moved to Europe. That's what I would have. Because Mike was smart because he was a businessman. He owned the Beatles.
His catalog was extensive.
He owned the most successful band of all time. He owned their records. Come on now. Mike at one point was, if not he was the richest entertainer at one point after that acquisition. Mike was not stupid. So it's like something is just not right.
What's he doing? And this is completely irrelevant from that point that you're making. But was Mike like handling his own deals, or did he have like someone?
He had a manager, but he, of course, he would choose who his managers were, and he would say, "Okay, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to accomplish." Then his manager would do what managers are supposed to do, and they went and did and did their job. We're just gonna leave that there. But they went because he was Mike. So okay, cool.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't make sense to me. Why do you have to have children around you like this? Why are all your closest friends under the age of 13? It just does not make sense to me.
That is weird.
It's strange. You see that he hung around Chris what's his name? Tucker.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Tucker grown. Mm-hmm. He hung around Brooke Shields. Mm-hmm. Brooke Shields is grown. Stephanie Mills.
He had adult friends.
Yes, it's like what the hell?
Adult celebrity
right.
friends. Yeah.
What the hell? I know that you are Michael Jackson and children love you. Cool, you know what I'm saying? Go, yes, engage with the children. Yes, we love the children.
But don't take them home.
Don't take them home. That's just inappropriate. And when you almost got in trouble the first time. Look. I say all that to say, if they remove Mike hey, that's a tough one, but I can look at it both ways. That's how I feel about it.
That's fair.
Sure is.
I mean, that I understand why they would do that. So, it is what it is at that point. You gotta take that.
Yep.
So now,
Oh my God.
the floor is open for you
Oh, I don't remember.
to explain.
Can you jumpstart what it was?
I
I need to take a shower.
Well, I think the big piece of it was the Peter principle. Because we were having, I think before you had this revelation, we were talking about, and we won't say where or name names, but talking about how we know of situations where there's a lot of people in places doing that have a job title that have no idea what they're doing in that job title, and people being paid to do stuff that are just not doing it or don't know what they're doing, but they're in that. So we were having a discussion like, yo, why is this person here getting paid to do this when they either A, have no idea what they're doing, or B, they just sit around all day and don't do the job, so it don't get done.
We had a whole that's right. Because I was in the house a couple weeks ago, not really doing much, so I was just kind of off for the week. So I was trying to solve the problems of life. So I remember it first started off was like, why does everything seem to suck? Why does music suck? Why do I work at jobs where people ahead of me don't know half of what I know? They don't seem qualified for the jobs that they have. And it seemed like it's like that everywhere. So I saw a video on YouTube about The Office and why The Office is so relatable.
Oh yeah, that's
because
The Office,
that's the premise. It's like you got a whole bunch of people up top that don't know what they're doing. They literally don't know what they're doing. They might have a certain degree, like they have degrees, or they know how to kind of talk to people and that kind of thing. But in terms of doing their job, they don't do it well. And the fact that like the paper company is a company, like they don't make anything. They don't
buy the paper from somebody else and sell it to somebody for higher prices. What they bought it.
So you mean so you're really not needed?
No.
So it's like a lot. In mind you, there was always there was always merging shit together. They was merging one branch with like another branch, and branch was always closed, and they was always laying off people and all that kind of thing. It's severance packages and all that, because it's like your business is about to die because it's not needed. You know what I'm saying? And like there are a lot of jobs like this. So like a lot of people have jobs that they know very well we could automate you away, but we're not going to, because you're a human being. So we're just going to keep you there.
We got to have jobs so we can say the unemployment rate is low.
I'm not going to say where, but I do work places where there are people who have jobs that don't do their job well at all. At all. They don't know how to do their job, essentially. But because of, I guess, they know who's who and how, all the political stuff. Right. So it started with that, and then it got into the whole point of, remember I was saying like everything sucks. The whole concept of like entropy, how like everything on Earth is trying to like equalize itself and like balance itself out. So initially, so with that, like how like engines work, like it's a change in like temperature, so from hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold. So it's like constantly going like this because it's trying, but eventually it'll like equalize. So it'll be nothing.
Keep feeding.
So you have to keep feeding
putting gas in your car because something has to be there to create the spark for the heat, so it can keep going.
I feel like that's what's happening with music. I feel like when we went from Beethoven to IJJ Fish, I feel like it's been so much time. You know what I'm saying? So much time has gone by. Where it's just like we was going like this funk and bluegrass and jazz and hip hop. Hip hop, and then we started. It started right there, and then we're kind of here now. And I don't know how the best way to break that down. Maybe next week I'll be able to break it down better. But it was that whole concept, and it was a whole concept of the Peter principle, where it's basically like we always look for promotions. Yeah, you can get raises, but it's always like you always want to move higher up and higher up.
Right.
So when you do your job well, they move you to another job. And hopefully if you do that job well, then you do another job. But the flaw in that is that eventually you'll get to a point where you not gonna be able to do the job that you're doing, that you were hired to do.
Right.
You get to a point where you've reached your limit, and I feel like that's the case in a lot of other businesses and companies too. It's a bunch of higher up people that work their way up to a point where it's just like, wait,
I don't know how to do
I
this.
don't know what I'm doing.
And that's because, and you had said too, the reason for that is because whenever you get promoted, you're getting promoted based off your experience and your past and your current role.
Right.
So my current role is this. So because I'm good here, you're assuming that I also have the skills to do what you want me to do in this next role.
And
that's not always necessarily true.
Mm-mm.
So we keep promoting people based on what they did previously and not necessarily looking at what the requirements are for this new job.
Right.
So we keep doing that, and eventually we promote them to a position where they don't have those skills for that new job, but they had all the skills for the last one.
Right.
And then nobody wants to be demoted. So it's like, you're not going to take my raise away and my promotion away and put me back to where I was, because that looks crazy.
Right.
So now I'm just stuck in this role, not knowing what I'm doing.
Right.
And I won't get promoted nowhere because I don't know how to do this job. So I can't do this job good enough to go somewhere else.
Right.
So
I
I'm
feel like-
stuck here.
And I think it all kind of ties in because people have, different reasons for mental health and all that kind of stuff. But this is a big thing now. Like I would imagine, like I've been on this earth long enough. I've experienced people who've had mental health issues. I've experienced people who've been depressed before and all that kind of thing. It seems to be on a much wider scale, even outside of just like social media. But just like it just seems like it's on a wider scale now. And I think like this is just one of many things that contributes to it. So that people, like a lot of people, their sense of self-worth is based off of what they feel like they're contributing, which is their job. So if you have a job where you feel like you're really not needed, at any moment they could just get rid of you because you're not contributing anything. You are in your position because you are a human being and you need to survive.
Right.
So out of being a good person, a decent person, you're not just gonna fire somebody just because their job isn't needed. So I don't know, like, mind you, it made a lot of things make more sense to me. The Peter principle, entropy, the whole concept of like the office and why the office is so great to us. But I'm still trying to completely figure it out. Of course, we're all trying to figure life out and all that kind of thing. But that made things make a bit more sense to me as to why things seem to suck so bad.
And then didn't you say also too there was like the way to avoid the Peter principle and the way to stop yourself from getting to a point where you don't know what you're doing is to act incompetent in your current role that you are actually good at.
Remember,
talk about that.
When I opened up the whole conversation to you, when I came to my realization, I said I'm a fucking genius. I said that right now because the book, The Peter Principle, said that the antidote to this issue was to act like you didn't know what you were doing. That's been my whole life. Like, I've gone my whole life acting like I don't know nothing. Don't ask me. I wasn't there. I don't know what no one said. I'm just here to do my job. That's all. That's it. And it's helped me so much. I say that I hate people. I say that I don't like this. I don't like that, which I don't like people. Yeah. But I still know how to deal with people.
Yeah.
Like, I say I don't like people by experience. I've experienced people.
People suck.
And they suck. Therefore, I don't like them.
Right.
But even with that, when people hear you suck, you don't, when you hear me say that, you think I have some type of like social problem.
Right.
Or like, no, I can talk.
You're not good with people.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's fuck people. That's what that is. Well, this is my show, so I can, and I'm at home. But when I'm out in the, world, but still, I've gone my whole life acting like I'm just here to learn. That's my whole, like, mind you, even in my job, I'm teaching. You know what I'm saying? Even in my job, I'm doing other people's jobs that had, degrees, and I went to this. But you can't beat experience, my guy. You can't beat experience. And I got it, but I act like I don't.
That's another thing too. Like, I know the hiring off of past experience is a thing that specifically the Peter principle was talking about. But I think it's a lot of situations too where they're not hiring based off necessarily past experience, but they're hiring off what will make them or the company look the best in doing it. So
also too, because when people move up, people move more so into relational type of stuff,
management,
like
people skills.
So if you know how to do your job, then you can bring other people up and teach them how to do their job and then oversee that. But your job is basically morale. Your job is being able to talk and make people feel motivated. That's what leadership is. But when you put people in situations just solely based off of their past experience, you can't bring that into this situation because you don't know how to talk to people. You know how to make paper, but you don't know how to get other people, after you teach them how to make paper, how do you keep them motivated to want to continue to make paper? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's kind of, and with me being that I have experience in my job that I do right now. I am qualified for this job that I'm in right now. I don't need a promotion. I need a raise. Feel what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Don't give me another job. Give me more money
to do this job because I'm doing it better.
Yes, that's it. That's it. I don't need to be in no type of, mind you, I'm in leadership anyway because people put you there. But even still, I don't need that. I just need to be able to do my job well and contribute because that's what contributes to my overall sense of well-being. I feel like where I am, I'm needed. If I'm not there, things go wrong. A lot of people want that feeling, but a lot of people don't have that feeling.
And it's crazy because, like you said you don't need a promotion, you need a raise. Companies would rather promote you than give you a raise for your current job.
Of course.
Because I've had conversations with managers at the current company I work at where my productivity numbers were over 100%. Like I was 182% productive, which means I'm basically doing the work of 2 employees in here. I should be getting paid.
Yes, for 2 employees.
So basically, I should be getting 2 checks every time.
Yes.
I did my year end, or I was at a mid-year or year review where they pull you in a room and tell you how you've been doing. And he basically looked me in my face and said, "You can slow down. You don't have to work as hard."
So that you don't have to pay me. Ain't that something?
He literally said, he said, "I know you probably never heard that before because most people want you to work." He was like, "But like you basically at 200%. You can slow down." He would rather me do less work
than pay you for your work.
Pay me to do more.
See? Incompetence. See? That's not leader. I'm done. Thank you all for tuning in. This one felt long.
We an hour and 15.
Yeah. But thank y'all. I know we weren't here last week, but Keith wasn't feeling well.
Yeah, it was a struggle.
But yeah, we'll be back next week, and hopefully we'll bring up more things I care about. Stuff sucks. But thank y'all. Y'all have a good rest of the week. God bless.
Thank you all for coming to attend. Stacey P on the beat. Now let this
www.hlxmagazine.com